Hi there, and welcome to Revisit to Retro. I'm Johnny, and today I'm doing Daytona USA in Back to the Sega on the Sega Saturn. So let's just jump in. So we'll do two modes. We'll do arcade first, and we'll see how it goes. So we get, I'm starting beginner. We'll do all three. So, trying to navigate the Saturn controller here. A, let's see the choose. There we go. So yeah, this is we'll go automatic because I'm a wuss. I had this already, but it just wouldn't work. Like age had got to it, and it just never worked properly. So my friend Niall, who lives in Milton Keynes in England, brought it back for me. So now I have it. Glorious pop-up. All right. So, yeah, I already did this on the arcade version on the PSN in one of the other episodes I did. I think it was like a Let's Revisit, and yeah, Daytona is cool. Obviously on the Saturn there is going to be some compromises, and it's pretty obvious from looking at it what the compromises are. So, pop up and pop in is pretty rancid in this. And the frame rate's a little bit chuggy, but it's not too bothersome. It's playable. So, like, I didn't mind this when I got it back into the. So let's see if I can get my old skill back. Nope. Evidently not. Just gotta keep up. What was it, 10th I think I had to get to? We'll have 4 laps to do that, so I'm just gonna figure out what brake is. There might be these. Get out of the way! Oh. Oi. Right, yeah. I'm gonna be lapped. Ooh. So there's obviously an issue as well with bad shadows there. They did re-release this. I think there's a championship edition which I must try and get my hands on, where I think they spruced it up and released it again the second time. So you have like with Virtua Fighter, you had like the deluxe edition which came out afterwards, where they'd fix it up a bit and made it more presentable. Ooh. So I think in this one there's only a certain amount of cards you can render on screen at once, which is why you're not seeing a chock-a-block like with the arcade version. No, come on! Oh.
You placed 27.
Game over, yeah. Alright. No need to rub it in. Ah, cool. So, professionalism, folks. Should have put my phone on silent. Alright. As is always the way. There's no 2, so we'll do Z. There we go. And we didn't get a chance. Oh well. Daytona, yeah. Go again.
Please select a race.
I'll go advanced.
Advanced. Please choose manual or automatic transmission.
As I was going to flirt with the idea of doing a manual, but I'm crapping off an automatic, so yeah, I got this game. Did I get this on launch? I don't think I got this on launch. I kind of, like, I got the Saturn and then I had a couple of games, but then very quickly the PlayStation. I had the PlayStation before the Saturn, and I just kind of went back to the PlayStation again. It was cool to have these arcade games on it, but the novelty wore off. And then when you got the likes of Gran Turismo and that coming out, like the Saturn never really had anything to rival that. You know, it was like, I know certain people listening who reside in Japan will pounce on what I'm about to say, but like outside of this and Sega Rally, I can't think of anything else. Like, because they had Destruction Derby, which I have here, Wipeout as well, but like they were all on the PlayStation 2, like PlayStation 1, 2, not PlayStation 2, obviously. Also on the PlayStation, also. And outside of that, I can't, off the top of my head, think of any other games. Oh, the Sonic Racer as well, but like, it is deservedly a classic. It's just not a game I am overly fond of. It's a game I loved back in the day, but when I went back to play it for this show, I just didn't like it. I couldn't warm to it. And it's probably one of the best looking games on the Saturn as well. That's the tough thing about buying Saturn games now, is that people try to lump the console in with it. And like, I do love me some Saturn, but how many Saturns can one man have? You know, I've got 3 of them already. You know, gotta pay attention here. I'm being woeful. Come on. At least I'm not last. Oh. But no, I do have a nice little Saturn collection now, I must say, especially with all these games that my friend brought back from England for me. So, god damn it, I'm really sorry. Professionalism. I strive for it, I never attain it. Like, I could go all day and not one soul would text me or ring me, and as soon as I turn the mic on, it's like, oh, I wonder what Johnny's up to. God damn it. But I do have an excuse for being crap. My thumb is pretty sore at the moment. I have it wrapped up. I cut it and it's just pretty gnarly. Got 3 out of 4 laps done though. It's not bad. Yeah, screw it. We'll be TTT. TTT. Thank you. T. Mr. T. Alright. And then we'll do expert. Look at that track. And then we'll look at the Saturn mode, and then we'll wrap it up into a nice wee package. But yeah, every Saturn video I do, I always say the same things, and it is that it's you know, it's just so underrated, and but they made it too, like, they couldn't do things on, well, they could, I suppose, if they were bothered, but it was hard to do certain things, like transparency there. Like, look at the shadow under the car at the back. Like, you know, it's a pity. Pity the console didn't get what it deserved, you know. I do love me some Saturn. I suppose if you were like to link any word to it, it'd be fun. You know, you had like I'm not saying the PlayStation wasn't fun, but you had like a lot of serious simulator games on the PlayStation, but you had like a lot of fun games on the Saturn. Like Sega Rally is still one of my favorite games ever on this. You know, and I loved this back in the day, and I had Virtua Cop and Virtua Fighter. I had the House of the Dead games. I had Panzer Dragoon. Played it a couple of times before. Haven't played it since, so I'll do that soon as well. But just gotta run over one of those deers or horses. But yeah, I must do that for one of the episodes. But I'll be out of my depth because I haven't played it since I got it. I'm really sick, and I didn't get into like video game collecting when I was a young teenager, because like I remember going to Tesco on that and seeing Saturn games going for peanuts on shelves. Now it was always the same ones, but I remember definitely a Tesco near me that had Saturn games up until probably 2003, 2004. Wasn't a massive collection or anything. They're probably still there. If I went in there and like into their warehouse, I'd probably find them, because I can't imagine they got rid of them. Tesco did this whole thing a couple of years ago where they had to jettison their stock because they were carrying a phantom book stock of like hundreds of thousands on these games that were all still on their books as new releases when they weren't new releases. So it's a similar problem that Extravision had back in the 90s, which was like our version of... What? Oh, look at that! The Extravision would have been our kind of Blockbuster, I suppose. I think they were owned by Blockbuster. And they didn't ever alter their book, their... What's the word I'm looking for? Their book stocks, I suppose. So every video they had was a new release, which applied to videos that would have been 10 years old. It was still a new release. Of course, when they went and actually corrected the book stock, they found that they had, like, they lost hundreds of thousands. Alright, so this is the Saturn version? Alright. And...
manual or automatic transmission.
No. And that's what happened with Tesco, that they had all these games, so they got rid of them, they just sold them for nothing. Like factory sealed games on the PS3, there was PS2 ones, and Xbox 360 games, if I remember. I bought a ton of them, but they got rid of them. Oh, this is No Time. Sweet. I'm gonna win this one. But like those games wouldn't have been sold in that. Oh. But it was definitely I got 5 copies of Metroid Prime Trilogy on the Wii, factory sealed. They're the special edition ones with the cardboard cover on them. 5 of them. And they were $5 a piece, and I was looking at them, and I was on my phone, and you could see that in CEX they were like that you could trade them in for €25 a piece, and I was like, holy crap. And then with an eBay, and I was like, €100 a piece. I was like, holy shit, so I just bought them. Still factory sealed in the other room. Right, here we go. Climb the ranks. I think I'm being lapped by a lot of these cars because I've passed out 4 of them there now and I haven't moved up position. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. There we go. Now we're starting to move. Get out of it. But yeah, like trying to buy games in this day and age is just because people put unwarranted value on games because they're old. Like because it's retro, it must be expensive. Like I remember reading an article. It was like I definitely ranted about this in another video. But it was about Echo the Dolphin. It was like some site here, some bullshit, it's like Joe.ie or one of those fucking idiot sites. And they were like, check the attic because those games could be worth, thousands of euros. And it was like, Echo the Dolphin they mentioned, but it didn't mention that it was like this specific special edition Echo the Dolphin with bloody, art books and t-shirt and, diamond encrusted cartridge. Didn't mention that. Just mentioned Echo. So everybody was like, all of a sudden, a cartridge for Echo the Dolphin. I want €120 for it. I was like, are you bloody kidding me? If I looked down behind my sofa at home, I'd probably find an Echo the Dolphin cartridge. I tried to buy it was a grotty, dirty, battered PlayStation 1. 20. Yeah, finished halfway up the pole. Not bad. Tried to buy this PlayStation at a car boot sale. Just there, no controllers, no wires, just this pathetic looking PlayStation, and I was like, I'd nearly buy it just to clean it up and not have it here sitting on this table in this Sunday morning drizzle. And I was treated to this middle-aged man. It will just be, it'll be Zed. Whose chopper is this? Zed's chopper. And yeah, he was. I can't remember exactly. I think it was like around 90 quid he wanted for this console because it's a rare console. I'm like, no, I would have robbed it and probably would have got away with it. So people just because something is old, they think it's automatically worth a lot of money, but it's not. Like this Daytona USA, which is got from Sex in England or CEX, whatever you want to call it. It's like 4 quid it costs, And it's a classic, but it's not worth, I suppose, mint in a factory sealed wrapper. Now you're talking about something that's collectible, but just regular games, no. Anyway, that's my rant over. You can tell that I was on eBay and Amazon looking at retro games recently and being totally disgusted by the prices people wanted from. Right. Finish above 10th, I'll be happy. I'll be bettering my power slide off the track. I'll be bettering what I did last time, which was I finished 20 or 40, so this time I'm going for 10 out of 20. So yeah, I'm going to get a bunch of recording done today. I'm going to start with this, and I've got a stack of Saturn games here that I'll do. And because I'm on holidays midweek, I'm going to Barcelona, so I want to have stuff that'll trickle out as I'm away. Keep the channel going, because we've been on the up and up recently, which has been pretty cool. Last 3 months have been better than the last, so like July was better than June, and August better than July, so that was pretty cool. And June was better than May, obviously. So, and like I do this as a hobby. This is not like my business or whatever anyone else would call it online. It's a hobby, but it's cool to see that it's reaching people and it's improving month on month. So I'm going to keep the content coming out. I'm going to try 2 a week, and then I have other videos to finish. I have Tekken intros, which are not like episodes. They're like little videos I put out. Like I had the Resident Evil intros, which proved popular, but had copyright claims all over it by some guy who wasn't with Capcom. It was really weird. And there's a Dino Crisis one, and there is Gran Turismo. So I've got a couple more of those. Not too many, because I'm trying to find a long-running series that has intros, and like Metal Gear Solid kind of does, but you have to kind of play bits of it as well. So I'll go back and I'll look through what I've recorded already and see if I can get stuff from there, and if not, I'll just recapture stuff. And there's a FIFA one I have, Pro Evolution. I have a couple of them left to come out. Just gotta edit them. There's also little videos myself and Lisa did ages ago, like us playing, like they're only a couple of minutes each, because it's like Pong and there's other Atari games on it, but Pong is the one, but it's only like 5 minutes because you can't have a half an hour Pong video, But I'm unsure as to how to present those at the moment, and I might release them like midweek or weekends. Then like they're not going to be a Monday or Friday release, which are reserved for the bigger videos. But I'll see. I gotta edit new intros and all that. So yeah, it's kind of an update on behind the scenes stuff for you. Also, I'd request to do more Olympic videos, and we definitely will be doing more Olympic videos, but at the moment with my gnarly thumb, I don't think I can. And also we might leave it go another couple of months because I have a stack of about 30 games here. Also gotta decide which, because we're gonna do we're gonna do Halloween themed videos for the month of October. Hopefully, all going well. But it's either going like the Mega Drive version or the SNES version of Zombies at my neighbors. Like, which one do you choose? I haven't done a Nintendo game yet, so it'll be the first Nintendo game if I go that way. Because you can't really touch Nintendo games, but that's like a third-party game, obviously. Alright.
3, 2, 1, go!
2 laps. I can do this. Oh, cheers, mate. Also, I had a viewer accusing me of, well, not accusing, but were kind of sour about it, saying that I emulate everything. That is not the case. If I ever emulate something, I do say it beforehand. If it's going to be like, if you ever see an N64 game pop up on here, it's going to be emulated, because the cost of getting one of those that are modified to output in HDMI is ridiculous. Like, from what I've seen, I could try and do it to one of my N64s myself, but I just brick it. You know, I bricked the PS3 before trying to fiddle with it. So, well, it was a second-hand one I got. So, but I bricked it anyway. So I normally do state it, I'll say it's emulated. Some of the Mega Drive games I do are emulated. Like, in that, like the Sonic games, for instance, are off of, like the Mega Drive collection on the PS3. I have that there, so like a lot of Mega Drive games that I do are from that. But I do own the games in the room, you know. Like, I have all the boxed Sonic games on the Mega Drive. So, like this isn't, I'm playing this with an actual Saturn. All the Saturn games I've done are from the Saturn, because I have the Saturn here in front of me and I have the controller. So, let's look, even tapping on it there. So yeah, look, if I'm ever emulating, I will say I'm emulating. Not there's anything wrong with emulating, but I do like to. I don't record videos of games that I don't own. So if I am emulating it, I do own it. Like the very first video I ever did for this channel was Hardcore 4x4, which is I actually have for the Saturn as well now. So I'm on a stack of games there. And that's the very first game I ever got. Unfortunately, it shows all the markings of the very first game I got back in like '95, I think it was when I got it. And bloody game just wouldn't load in to a race, you know, at all. So, and that was the very first game I chose to do because it was my first PlayStation game. And that was emulated, and I think even during it, because I didn't map the controller properly, left was right, right was left, accelerate was reverse, it was all over the place. So, yeah. So anyone that's, yeah, not to worry if it's the majority of the games I do here are captured from actual consoles, and some of them are even from the original hardware. And it's probably the likes of, like the PlayStation, for instance, isn't captured from a PlayStation. I captured that from the PS3 because it's easier. It's with HDMI. I've got, how many PS1s do I own? Jeez, I've got like 5 PS1s. Like one of them is a mini PS1. I'm rock bottom because I'm ranting here about emulated games. God dang it. But yeah, so like I'm gonna get Jaguar games. I got an Atari Jaguar. I ordered a cable from eBay for it because it comes with a shitty aerial cable, so you need the like the AVI out cable for it. But I ordered one and it didn't work. So, well, no, more specifically, it worked on my TV, but it wouldn't work through my capture device. So, I don't know where to go now, but is it the cable? It might be the cable, because sometimes it doesn't work on the TV either. You have to plug it. It's like weird. It's cheap, and I cheaped out on it. But I'll definitely. So you ever see Atari Jaguar games pop up? They're all authentic, because I do have a nice little Atari Jaguar collection. I have the actual console, and I've got about 20 games for it, maybe. Boom! There we go. Utterly crap. So yeah. So anyway, to anyone that says I emulate everything, no, I don't. If I do, I'll say it. But majority of the games here I capture from consoles. So yeah, that was Daytona USA on the Sega Saturn. What do I think of it now? My opinion hasn't changed on it. It's still, like, it isn't ideal, but it's still a grand little game, and a classic as well. And it was fun. There was nothing inherently wrong with it. But hang on now. Yeah, nothing wrong with it. It's still a classic. For a couple of quid in CEX, you cannot go wrong. Unfortunately, it is only one player, and like a lot of these games that I have here, got Destruction Derby as well. Only one player. That's not on. You know, should have 2 player in a racing game, but you know, who am I to give out about that? So, just reading the back of the box here, it's like, brought to you by the Top Game Coders AM2. This pixel perfect conversion. Lies. All lies. But, not as many hidden game modes. I didn't even try to look for them. But anyway, that's a look at it. Anyway, thanks for watching. This was Daytona USA on the Sega Saturn for Back to the Sega. So, I'll leave it here. We have Twitch. I have tried streaming on Twitch, and for whatever reason I can't get it working, so I'll have to just look into it. Just find time to do it as well. It'll be different things on Twitch. Like, it'll probably be PC games, because I have some games I want to play on that. I have, like, I think I might have said it before, I'm a big fan of Doom 64, but obviously I'm never going to get, like, unless I emulate it, but the emulation for the N64 is very finicky and never works right. Especially when it comes to Doom and Quake. For whatever reason, I can just never get it working. But anyway, you can get Doom Absolution, which is an update of it on the PC. And that is a game I'd be very interested in streaming on Twitch. Also, I think the original Quake, I'd like to give that a go. And there's other games as well that are on the PC that I'll give a pop to. Also, just want to get into more streaming as well, because it's a nice little medium to have. So there's a Twitch page, you can go check it out. Also Twitter, if you want to do Twittery things, you can tweet me and I'll tweet back. And also, of course, Facebook and YouTube. So you can check us out there, and there are dozens and dozens and dozens of other videos there too, so you're bound to find something that appeals to you. So yeah, 2 thumbs up for me for Daytona. Obviously you can get it on the PSN and probably Xbox Live as well, so you're probably better off getting those ones. But as I said, if you got a Saturn, 4 quid in CEX, can't go wrong. So I was Johnny, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. Thanks very much for watching. If you like what you saw, why not give an old like and subscribe? Every like and subscription really helps out the channel. You can also check out the rest of our videos, and I'm sure you're going to find something that you enjoy, because we cover a wide variety of gaming types, so check it out. You can also follow me on Twitter for updates, and I occasionally put up pictures of my new additions to my collection, so you can check those out too. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.